Hey there guys, it's CyberUltra here. Today I wanted to give a quick update that comes from the Nintendo of America Twitter account. They said, as of late March 2023, it will no longer be possible to make Nintendo eShop purchases for the Wii U and the 3DS family of systems. And then they give a link with more information. So I wanted to go over this information today, as well as some of the information included in this Q&A section that kind of gives some more context. So we actually did hear something like this a few months ago, in which they announced that credit cards would no longer be available to use for purchases on the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U eShops in select regions, but now it seems like they're fully going in. They're saying that by March 2023, we are not going to be able to purchase things off the Wii U and 3DS eShops. Now, this is something normal that just naturally happens. They don't keep these stores up forever, but it is a real shame to see digital exclusive stuff probably go away, because that's a part of what happens with this process, where a lot of the digital exclusive games will no longer be available for purchase. So as of May 23rd, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a credit card to add funds to an account in the Nintendo eShop, on Wii U, or on the 3DS. And then on August 29th, 2022, it won't be possible to use a Nintendo eShop card to add funds to an account. So we won't be able to add any more currency after August. And then after that, in March 2023, you won't even be able to download or buy new games. Another thing I quickly wanted to bring attention to was the fact that Nintendo confirmed that right now there are no plans to discontinue online play on the 3DS or Wii U, but we do know that it's pretty self-explanatory that eventually they will shut those services down as well. So one of the first places my mind goes when thinking of something like this is what will happen to Virtual Console, because we don't have it on Switch. And it seems that Nintendo is just fully committed to Nintendo Switch Online as well as the expansion pack as their way of delivering classic games, but surprisingly, Nintendo actually did address it. So one of the questions on the website is, once it is no longer possible to purchase software in the Nintendo eShop on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS, many classic games for past platforms will cease to be available for purchase anywhere. Will you make classic games available to own in some other way? If not, then why? Doesn't Nintendo have an obligation to preserve its classic games by continually making them available for purchase? And I just wanted to interject and say I'm really surprised that Nintendo actually addressed this. Usually they kind of just ignore things like this, and here was their response. Across our Nintendo Switch Online membership plans, over 130 classic games are currently available in growing libraries for various legacy systems. The games are often enhanced with new features such as online play. We think this is an effective way to make classic content easily available to a broad range of players. Within these libraries, new and long-time players can not only find games they remember or have heard about, but other fun games they might not have thought to seek out otherwise. We currently have no plans to offer classic content in other ways. So there we have it. Nintendo just officially said, even though we've known this considering the fact that for 5 years Nintendo hasn't had any Virtual Console on the Switch, at least we have some sort of official confirmation saying that right now they're fully focused on Nintendo Switch Online. Now it sucks because not many people like that service. I have a lot of criticisms about it. I think Nintendo Switch Online is just atrocious in the way it handles things. And it seems that Nintendo is deciding to just go full in on that. We're not getting any Virtual Console. Of course, this isn't news, we've known this, but still, to get that official confirmation is really important. And I think it's disappointing that Nintendo has chosen to take that stance rather than giving us ways to own these games, because the thing with subscription services is you never actually own anything. The most we're ever going to get is to be able to rent these games. So personally, I'm disappointed, but honestly at this point we just have to accept that Virtual Console isn't coming back and that Nintendo is fully going in on the subscription-based model with the regular Switch Online and the second tier of the expansion pack. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate all the support I get from you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.